Hey team, hope everyone is doing well. Today we are playing the mobile game Evony, The King's Return, and on this episode we are going to be reviewing two new generals. But first I want to thank you all for your support, comments, and feedback. 2 days ago, Ebony released the Starry Pilgrimage event, which has a lot of things to keep you busy, but before browsing to the main event, you might want to see what the King's Party is offering. Now, I know that this could ruin your cake experience if there's no castle, and it seems that there isn't a castle. So for some of you, this might be it. But there's a bright side. There's other things that you could get yourself into in this event. Now, the first general we're going to look at is Artemis. Artemis is a leading the army to attack general. She increases mounted troop attack and defense by 50%. And increases ground troop and mounted troop HP by 40%. In her first specialty, she has mounted troop HP 10%, mounted troop defense 10%. In the second specialty, she has march speed 10%, attacking mounted troop attack 20%. Third specialty, she has mounted troop attack 10%, mounted troop HP 10%, mounted troop defense 10%. In her fourth specialty, she has attacking mounted troop attack 55%. That's really good. Attacking mounted troop defense 35%. Attacking mounted troop HP 35%. Those are solid numbers. If you got her, you could have a good assistant with her right there. Let's go over to her ascensions. In her ascensions, she has in the first star, attacking mounted troop defense 20% and HP 20%. Second star, attacking death into wounded rate 8%. Third star, mounted troop attack 30%, mounted troop and ground troop defense 15%. Fourth star, attacking mounted troop attack 20%, attacking ground troop and mounted troop HP 20%. And fifth star, when attacking, ground troop and mounted troop attack 40%, mounted troop defense and HP 25%. Very solid numbers. Let's go over to her skin. When you acquire her skin and you use to activate, you will get attacking mounted troop HP 15% and enemy ground troop HP 10%. Pretty solid. Let's look at her covenant. In her covenant, she has Hestia, Queen Boudica, and Hermes. Out of all three, I would think that Hermes is probably the most challenging one for you to get. But in her first attribute, she has mounted troop attack 10%. In her second attribute, she has march speed 10%. In the third attribute, and if you see and notice this gold knights here, this means that by having her and opening this attribute, you could always get this mounted troop training capacity 10%. And in her next covenant attribute, she has march size capacity 5%, which this might be her downfall, as so far in this review is the only march size that we've seen. But here in her fourth attribute, it has another golden knight, which once again just means by you having her and opening these covenant, at least up to here, you could have these buffs without using them. So her buff is in rally mounted troop attack 10%. That's pretty good. And in her fifth covenant attribute, she has attacking mounted troop HP 15%. That's really good. And in her her sixth and last attribute in the covenant, she has attacking mounted troop attack 15%. It's outstanding. And attacking mounted troop defense 10%. She's a pretty solid general. Overall, her stats is with covenant and skin, she has 250% attack, HP of 190, defense of 175, and once again her march size of only 5%. Now, if you was to use her as an assistant, her assistant total with the covenant and skin is 160% attack, 125% HP, 115% defense, and once again, Mars size of 5%. Now, if you was to use her in rally buffs that she was just added under Covenant, you would have as a main 260% attack, 190% HP, and 175% defense. And if you use her as an assistant in a rally, you will have 170% attack, 125% HP, and 115 defense. And once again, it's her 5% Mars size that just doesn't seem right. But good news about her is that the Mounted Troop Attack skill book, the Mounted Troop HP skill book, and also the Mars size skill book is compatible with her, and she could use all three. The next journal we're going to review is going to be Hermes. Hermes is pretty unique. He is a leading the army general. So basically you could put him on a wall inside a building for defense, and you could use him to reinforce your buddies at any point. So with Hermes, he increases mounted troop attack and HP by 50%, which is outstanding, and Mars size of 12%. So he's already starting with Mars size here. And I think this is what gets him a little bit over Artemis. So in his first specialty, he has mounted troop attack 10%, mounted troop HP 10%. In his second specialty, he has Mars size capacity of 6%. So now he's adding more. So that's 18% right there. Attacking mounted troop and ground troop attack 10%. Third specialty, he has mounted troop attack 10%, mounted troop HP 10%, mounted troop defense 10%. In his last specialty, he has ground troop and mounted troop attack 40%, ground troop and mounted troop defense 40%, and another Mars size capacity of 10%. Very good, very good. If we move over to his ascensions here, his first star, he has mounted troop attack 10%, mounted troop defense and HP 10%. His second star, he has attacking to death and to wounded rate 8%. Third star is mounted troop and ground troop attack 20%, defense and HP 15%. In his fourth star, he has mounted troop defense 20% and HP 20%. And in his last star is mounted troop attack 25%, ground troop and mounted troop defense and HP 25%. Now, it's going to be hard to get him once, but to get him another 15 or 14 times, it's just going to be extremely tough, at least to get these ascensions here. But he does have great stats. If you go over to his covenant, he has in his first covenant, but well, he has Mr. Sexy here, it looks like, and Africanus, and he has Artemis. So out of all three, it's probably okay to get. It's just him that is hard to get. So in his first attribute, he has mounted troop defense 10%. In his second attribute, he has in rally mounted troop attack 10%. Third is reinforcing mounted troop attack 10%. And this is the gold knights. So if you could get him, this would be utilized at any point. In his fourth attribute, he has mounted troop attack 10% and mounted troop training speed 10%. In his fifth attribute, he has Mars size capacity of 10%, another 10%. This is extremely well. And in his last attribute, he has mounted troop HP 10% and in rally mounted troop HP 10%. So in overall, Hermes, he has a total attack with this covenant of 185, HP of 150%, defense of 130%, and Mars size crazy of 38%. This guy is a must-have, probably the best assistant you could get right now. And if you was to use him as an assistant, his attack will be at 180%, his HP is 80%, and defense is 60%, with the Mars size of 38. Very, very, very good. If you are using the in rally attributes that he got from the Covenant, and if he was to lead, it would be 195% attack, 160% HP, and 130% defense, with once again a Mars size of 38. And if you was to use him as an assistant while having the in rally attributes, he will be at 190% attack, HP is 90, and defense is 60%. And once again, the Mars size will be at 38%. So he is a must-have general to have, if that makes sense. Now, that concludes our overview of Artemis and Hermes. If you have any comments you would like to share, please do so. Make sure you like and subscribe.